Welcome back. I know that it's been a minute since my last video. In fact, I think it's been 2 weeks, which is the longest gap that I've had. Just a lot going on with work, but I got motivated to make this video today because I've gotten like a bunch of really good deals, or I don't know, I guess I'll leave that up to you, on eBay. So wanted to share 4 records that I bought that I thought were good deals. They were all chances. And then I also bought a 15 record lot that was definitely a chance. And that just came in today as well. So I'm going to record myself like unboxing that, and we'll kind of go through the records and see if I did a good job there. So let's dive right in. One of the ones that I was most excited about is this guy right here. So Kenny Dorham, this is 2 horns, 2 rhythm. Quartet featuring Ernie Henry. This is on Riverside. It's a difficult one to find, especially because I don't want to say that there was a reissue until the OJC. I'd have to double check that. But anyway, I want to show you what I saw when I found this on eBay, and so I'm going to show some clips up here. So first of all, when you take a look at this auction, you're going to say, you know, oh wow, like the cover looks great, and that is true. The problem is that they actually did have a number of photos that allowed you to get a better look at the condition of the record. And as you'll see right here, there's plenty of dirt, scuffs, probably some scratches on this thing. Here's the thing though, it was $10. That's what enticed me, is $10 and the promise that, oh, you know what, maybe it could sound better than it looks. So they actually did take the go through the effort to grade this thing. And so if you look there in the description, VG plus for the cover looks about right based on that photo. G plus for the vinyl, maybe better. Quite a swing though between the condition of the record and the vinyl, and I think that probably played a role in my decision to purchase this. I don't think that the Bible verse did, but anyway, when I got this in, I want to show you what the record looked like. So this is like sort of the comparison from when they took the listing photo to what I got in, and you know, you can see a ton of dust there on this thing. And the funny thing is, as soon as I got it in, you know, I was excited even with the dust because I thought, oh, maybe they graded it VG plus just for that. Threw it on the VPI cleaner, and what happened was a ton of soap suds just started like emerging from the record. So the funny thing is that soap residue must have pre-existed this previous owner because the record was completely like covered in dust. They hadn't cleaned it in any recent in recent memory, and so I don't know. I guess it's just super old soap suds or soap stuck on this record from the last time that it was cleaned, and who knows when that was. So it all sort of started emerging as I was cleaning it on the VPI, and yeah. So how does it sound? Well, I will say that there is some fairly consistent but low level crackle as it plays. It doesn't skip. The fidelity isn't bad. Here's the thing, it's not one of these records that's been trashed or overplayed. It simply suffers from probably storage issues. My guess is that this thing was probably stored outside the cover for a while, or just handled poorly. So I don't know. I mean, it does sound good. You can enjoy the music. It's not like there's this like constant like noise in the record. That's not what it is. It's still enjoyable. I'm probably gonna have to sell this one, and I need to check the condition of my existing copy. I'm sure that it's better than G plus, so I'll probably be selling this. And I got to be honest, I'm probably gonna have to list it back at the G plus grading, but hopefully I can get more than that $10, and I think I can. So, I think that this one may still have been a decent deal. All right, so next one up is Jimmy Witherspoon's Roots. Gotta be honest, what enticed me about this one was the fact that Ben Webster is on it. If you haven't checked out my Ben Webster video, you should check that out. I'm a big fan. The other thing that enticed me about this is a little silly, and that is because Acoustic Sounds, or Analog Productions, did a version of this, and it recently came back in print, and that was like top of mind. And then I saw the original, and I was like, well, who needs the modern, probably 45 RPM audiophile reissue when I could get a original for $12? So anyway, same seller as the previous one, the Kenny Dorham. You still got the Bible quote in the description on this thing, $12. And what they said was VG minus for the cover, VG plus for the vinyl. So when I got this record in, I would say again that I think the seller probably did a good job of grading it. And so I just didn't expect that given the prices, right? I thought that they didn't know what they were doing with grading. Turns out they probably did. This thing has a little bit of moisture wear, staining on the back, possibly a little bit of mold. I should probably either trash the cover or at least not be touching it like I am right now. And fortunately, it did come with dust on the vinyl, just like on the other one, but it cleaned right off and it plays great. There's like one hairline on this thing. And so, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm happy with it for $12. I don't actually know what this thing's worth. Obviously, there's not as much upside to this thing as there was on the Kenny Dorham in terms of the price gap between what I paid and what it's worth, but still, you know, I think personally worthwhile. All right, next one up, Bobby Hutcherson. I mean, talk about a guy who, like, all of his stuff is going through the roof these days. So this is Bobby Hutcherson's Now, and great record. And check out the listing over here. So so you may say, you know, why get so excited? That's the black and blue Blue Note label, right? Well, so yes, 1970, at least to my knowledge, this could have either been released as the blue and white Liberty label, which it was, or it could be released as the blue and black label that you see here. And I believe that both can indeed be original. I think that it was just a regional difference, like which manufacturer, which pressing plant, I suppose, was putting on what label. So there's like a West Coast and an East Coast. Pretty sure that that's how it went. And so that would at least lend credence to the promo sticker here actually being legit. Like it's not only is it a legit sticker, but it's legitimately paired with this particular record. So anyway, interesting thing is this was another that, okay, so for like $39, it's not the deal of the century. Why take a gamble? It did have free shipping. And check out the description. It says, good condition. So, okay, that's not particularly helpful, but typically when somebody says good condition, I don't want to say typically when they say good that it means that it's great, but it's just like a throwaway term, right? It's like, oh, it's in good condition. So anyway, that's what I was banking on. So this thing arrived, and this is what it looked like, okay? So tons of dust on this thing, possibly concerning marks of heavy play. You see how there's almost like the inner grooves of the record look like they're a little bit more like gray. Sometimes that's an indication that it's been overplayed, or that you know, somebody used like a heavy needle that stacked some like quarters on the tone arm or something. So it turns out, though, I threw this thing on the VPI, cleaned it up. It plays great. It plays excellent. I would say EX on this thing. So again, I think, you know, $39 probably shouldn't have gambled on something described as good, but it ended up being a good investment. All right, last one before we get to the 15 record lot, and that is Harold Alexander's Sunshine Man. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll know that I recently posted this thing. I'm a huge fan of this record, somewhat eccentric, I would say, in terms of the style and kind of, I guess, varying styles across these tracks. The cover, as you can see in the listing, has lamination peel. So I knew that going in, and honestly, the cover just doesn't look like it's in that great of a shape. And the description says, not tested, small scratches, and sleeve has a smell as if it was stored in garage. So that is accurate. This thing does smell. Now that I've gotten it in, I can confirm. So you may wonder why. You know, why would I buy this, or why would I take a gamble? $30 is not the deal of the century on this record, especially if the condition of the vinyl matched the cover. I would say in great shape, this thing is probably somewhere between a $70 and $100 record. Here's the problem. This thing has been eluding me forever. I've been looking for a copy. I expected to find one for like 20 bucks a few years ago, just in a store at some point. Never did. And I've just never had the opportunity to buy a reasonably priced copy. So I decided to gamble in this case. I got it in. You know, you can see on the cover that that there's plenty of laminate peel on this thing, really on all sides. But here's the thing. It cleaned up to like a VG Plus. Like it came in dirty. The vinyl came in dirty, but it still cleaned up to a VG Plus player. So, you know, again, these like ill-conceived or bad judgment blind buys that I've been making apparently just continue to pay off. And this is a record I've never been able to own, so I guess I have a keeper until I can get perhaps a cover that doesn't smell like a garage. All right, so I think personally this is a fun one. So this is the lot purchase that I found on eBay. I was doing my sorting by, you know, sort of newly listed jazz records as I often do and just kind of, you know, refreshing that search. And this is one that popped up. So it's a lot of 15 jazz 10-inch records. And then they reference, you know, some of the artists there. And then they actually had a bunch of pictures. So you can see all the records that come with it. What you can't really see is the condition. And they say in the description, and I'm double checking right now, that the condition is all over the place. So it says VG on average, meaning some better and some worse. This includes light marks, stronger marks, fingerprints, some writing on labels, etc. will be found. Overall nice shape. Jacket and sleeves condition G+ on average. Includes price stickers, shelf wear, storage wear, ring wear, soiling, edge wear, light writing, seam splits with tape on edges. So not the most enticing thing you've ever seen, but here's the thing, and this may not make sense to you. There's a couple of really interesting Bethlehem titles in this listing, at least to me. And there's also a James Moody title on Prestige that I was really interested in hearing, even though I think actually they might have released that one as a 12-inch a little bit later. So there was enough here, honestly, for me. 15 records at $80.95. It was enough for me to want to take a look. So, you know, I figured at the very least I could resell these records and make that money back. And then I'd just have more things to put up on eBay to draw attention to my other auctions or something like that. I don't know. So anyway, here is a video of the unboxing of this thing. All right, so they sent it in this box that basically had all the records together. It's not a particularly big box, especially not for 15 records, and so I was a little bit concerned with the packaging job. Here I am with this very precarious knife that I'm holding it like a pencil. I don't know exactly why. But anyway, you'll see as I open this that the packaging is less than ideal. So a lot of sort of random stuff, random packaging material. Yeah, I don't really know what's going on with most of this. I guess it's just additional cushion. So then within it, we kind of have this, I don't know, parcel or whatever that they've wrapped all the records. Already I can tell that there's no cardboard inners or anything that's separating these records. And Walmart, honestly, just is not necessarily encouraging in terms of packaging for records. So let's see what we got. And okay, yep, more of this stuff. Again, no cardboard here, I could tell already. And look, there you go. You can see all the records stacked right on top of one another, no separations whatsoever. And I guess my only concern here is whether the records are inside the sleeves, and then obviously the condition of everything. And okay, so now what you can see is that the records were not in the sleeves, but they also weren't in inner sleeves whatsoever. So, all right, you got James Moody Sings. So that was one that I was looking more forward to, I would say. Here's a Herbie Mann title on Bethlehem with a fantastic Goldblatt cover. Here's one that I don't particularly care about, Songs of University of Virginia. Probably not doing anything with that. You've got Dave Brubeck, Jazz Goes to College. I actually have the 12-inch of this, but have never had the 10-inch. Next one, you can see one of these Norman Granz Philharmonic records with the Clef Records sticker. We've got Chris Connor. Everyone knows I love Chris Connor. This is a fantastic album. It sings Lullabies of Birdland. Here we go. Conti Condoli on Bethlehem as well. Sincerely, Conti. This is a quite rare and desirable title. It is fantastic music. We've got some Barney Kessel on Contemporary. We've got, what is this on? Okay. Yeah, I don't even know what that is. We got more Contemporary. This is Lighthouse All-Stars. We've got Errol Garner on MRC with another fantastic Goldblatt cover. We've got the companion 10-inch of Chris Connors on Bethlehem. Again, Goldblatt cover. More Contemporary here. Lenny Niehaus, the Octet. Another Goldblatt cover on Royal Roost. We've got Johnny Smith. Love that image. More Contemporary. Okay, yeah, Shelly Man, Russ Freeman. And what do we got here? Hi-Fi Jazz. Okay, don't really know what that's about. All right, so I will say after going through these records, the worst condition was indeed the James Moody, but it was only VG minus. Some of the records that I was most excited about, such as the Conti Condoli Bethlehem record, I would say is strong VG, maybe borderline VG plus. I'm probably going to have to spin it again. The Chris Connor stuff is in decent shape. The Contemporary stuff is probably in the best shape. Here's the thing, there's a lot of fun covers here from Burt Goldblatt. I'm trying to remember who did some of the covers for those Contemporary titles, but I personally am actually pretty happy with this purchase. Now, do I need the UVA, school song record? No, I don't think I need, what is this one right here? Do I need Hi-Fi Jazz with Terry Gibbs? Probably not. This is on Brunswick. I mean, I'm going to give it a spin. I don't know anything about this. I didn't know it existed. But still, here's the thing. I would say, let's see, out of these 15 records, how many do I already have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I probably have like 7 or 8 of these. I'm going to have to double check. So I love being able to, take in copies and kind of Frankenstein, take the best of the covers, take the best of the vinyl, as long as it's the same pressing, and sell off the remainder. And so that's what I'm probably going to do. So I enjoy that. And, the $81, I'm going to make the money back by selling off the duplicates. Very confident about that. So once again, I think that this was a good purchase. Maybe not for everyone out there who's not as much of a fan of 10-inch records as I am, or of Bethlehem Records generally as a label as I am, but I was excited to take these in and I can't wait to spin them. So that is that. Let me know how you think I did. If you think I'm stupid for buying this stuff, I'm not just cherry picking the stuff that ends up being a positive outcome. I think anybody who's followed my channel knows that I'm very willing to share the negative outcomes as well. But lately, since the beginning of the year, I just feel like I've been having a lot of pretty good luck with some of these chances. So anyway, like I said, let me know how I did. Hit subscribe, please, and I will see you soon.